Right, this one I don't need any audience, I don't need anyone to like or anything because this is not what this video is about. So, and I'm not, I'm doing it live because I just don't want to be bothered with editing. I don't want to be bothered with wasting time on this. So, my oldest son got involved in quite of a argument with his mother, which I can perfectly understand both sides. So one is about the discipline and how much are you able to achieve according to your own capability and skill sets, and how much are you actually putting in. I definitely agree as a parent with any other parent that this is what we should be telling our kids. You know, to always push yourself as much as you can or beyond. Having said that, the kid got tired. He's got a lot on his plate. I mean, the high school is difficult, there's loads of stuff, but no, that wasn't the main reason. Was being an amazing sweetheart that he is. So he's offering his help and support to this girl of his age. It's not his girlfriend, he's got a girlfriend, so he's basically being one of those people that are like, for his age, it's just amazing. Really, really word of respect. So what's going on? Apparently, this girl was and is actively being physically abused by a not sure if there are not problems on the network. I'm getting some notifications, so I hope this is gonna work. So she's physically being abused by not her biological father, but shit, I'm looking for the word. Stepfather, yes, by her stepfather. And that prick is also obviously abusive with being abusive towards both, so her mother as well. This girl apparently went on and did whatever she could. So she left the home, went to a crisis center, reported the abuse and violence, decided to try and go back home for the weekend. We're talking as we speak, this weekend, to try and talk her mom into doing what's the right thing to do. And as far as I'm aware, and being told, there is a huge risk that this girl will end up being coerced and forced to possibly even drop the charges, and God knows what can happen next. So yeah, one of the shorts today that seems a little bit hostile, according to one of my dear friends here, it's not the hostility, or if it is, oh yeah, a child is suffering, their life is literally in danger. You want me to act nice, loving, and kind? Oh my God. I cannot speak really honestly what I think is the right thing to do here. For anyone who knows that person and that they know what they are doing to their spouse and to the child who is not theirs. So, and then there is also the fact that I kind of don't want to talk about it, but I will. Because My kid not only suffers the empathetic pain for his friend, he was also utterly being ignored. And this is what got me to also triggered. It shouldn't have. And it did. I'm aware. And thanks God, normally I would stay angry about this kind of stuff for a very long time. Apparently his mom works in the high school where he is studying, where this girl is studying. And instead of actually focusing on the important matter, which is saving a life of a child and a woman suffering, his grades, which are frankly not bad at all, were more important subject of the argument. Somehow, this woman doesn't see where she is a problem and why. That it's got nothing to do with his grades, nothing to do with her parenting either. It's actually got a lot more to do with all of our responsibilities as adults to protect these people, to protect the children who can't protect themselves, to protect the women who are so afraid of their own abuser that they cannot and don't want to report them. We know we can't change them, but we can definitely do something about that guy, one way or another. Honestly, very often, and no, I mean, if I was there and saw this with my own eyes, I would think about the legal consequences after I had knocked him out. And I've done that before with people like him. And I admit honestly and openly, there's no hesitation in stuff like that. And I would happily answer at the court and at the law if something like that should ever happen. When I'm going to be answering for my own stupidity, I'm also going to be considered as a violent, aggressive person, and I'm not. In a case like that, I wouldn't hold anything back. That's where I can be honest about it. It's just utterly ridiculous that the only people who are trying to help and the only people who are trying to actually do what's the right thing to do are only the kids themselves. That's the painful situation here. It's unbelievable. I really hope and I wish and I pray for that girl right now to be safe. And I'm so happy for her that she's got one of the best persons I've ever known in my life, which is my kid, as her friend. And I hope he will be able to help her more than I can. The only thing I hope is that this video can explain that I shall never act nice, kind, loving, and in any way accepting either the abusers who don't go and help themselves, or even worse, the people who don't do anything about it. There is no way I can find that acceptable. Not because of what happened to me, but because how this affects a lot of other people around, like my kid, like myself. Because intricately, our coping mechanism teaches us how to feel other people's pain. What is pouring out of me here right now is not pain. It's pain. It's not anger. It's pain. It's pain I feel for that girl that can't escape. Not only because she's being beaten by her stepdad, but also because she's being told by her mother and the rest of her family that now she is being a traitor. For Christ's sake. It's not the children that need help here. It's not the children that need to be told what to do. It's the stupid adults that still keep forgetting how to look into themselves before trying to mess with someone else's head. That including goes for my lovely first ex-wife. With all due respect. People who are employed in schools, according to the Convention of the Children's Rights, have a duty to protect these children. She couldn't even go and get herself enough of professional help to regulate her own emotions when she's talking to her own kid. Professor, my ass. I'm done for tonight.